Hey everybody, it's been a really long time. I took a bit of a hiatus from YouTube, but I am back and I'm so excited to share this pop-up box card with you guys. I made this for my nephew who saves all of the cards that I give him, and he's got a huge stack. And this year I decided I was going to make him an interactive card featuring his newfound love of dogs that we now share. So this is the card that I made. I'm going to show you guys kind of the step-by-steps. This is the little puppy that I used from an MFT stamp set called Friends at First Sip. And I basically did a little masking there with some washi tape covering up the top of the little puppy's head so that you would get the image of the puppy, but then I could change the top. So I'm altering the stamp with this little party hat from the Birthday Puppies stamp set from Waffle Flower. And the other dogs that I used in this card are all from the Waffle Flower Birthday Puppies stamp set, which I won as a prize in a Instagram giveaway. But anyway, this is how I'm going to alter it. I stamped out that little head toward the top of the puppy, and I'm using a Copic multi-liner pen just to connect the little hat and emphasize the lines of the little drawing here a little bit more, so it's a little thicker to match the puppies from the rest of the stamp set that I'm using. Now this puppy I decided to color up like it was white with some black spots, kind of like my Babaloo, and I'm using a warm 1 that's a very pale warm gray, and I'm using a W5 which has kind of dried out, so you'll see me switch it out later, but I'm coloring up the spots so that the bottoms are more a W7, a darker warm gray, and the tops are a lighter warm gray, that W5, just so that it looks like it's not just a flat black spot. So there you see I'm changing it out for a W4 because that one's a little more juicy, that marker. So I'm coloring up those spots, and I wanted to have a little bit of that variation in color and shading so that it would look more realistic, not super flat like a printed image would be, but like a real colored image. Now the other puppies I colored off camera so that I could kind of speed up this video, and I used the accompanying die set for all of these dogs that I colored up to make the fussy cutting really easy, or not fussy cutting, I guess die cutting really easy and quick. I love when I have the accompanying sets, but this little puppy from the other set, I don't have the die, so I fussy cut that out with a little white margin to match the other dogs. Now, the die set that I used for the structure is a Fawn Scalloped box card pop-up, and I cut 2 pieces of the main card structure out, and I'm attaching it with double-sided tape. I think this is like a no-brand double-sided tape that I had in my stash, and I just put it together with those tabbed edges so that the construction is really easy and quick. I don't have to wait for glue to dry, although I will say it's less forgiving because it is kind of more or less dry. So when you place it in, like these tabs, these levels in, you have to be careful that it doesn't stick too quickly. Sorry, I'm a little off camera there. But I just wanted to line up these different strips that have these tabs on the sides. I'm using a bone folder. This is a Teflon bone folder that I got, and I love the fact that it doesn't leave those kind of haze marks like the plastic bone folders do. And I'll put a link in the description box to where I got this. I got it on Amazon for a really inexpensive price. Hopefully it still is. And now you see that I'm going to just use some pattern paper. This is from Puppy Love Doodlebug Designs paper, and I absolutely love this. This just has little pattern trees, and I thought that would be nice for the environment for all the little puppies. And this die set comes with 2 different sets of dies. Oh, here I'm just showing you, I just cut out a flat panel for the back that doesn't fold down. That's where I can write my sentiment. And here I'm going to show you with that Fawn die set that there are 2 different widths or heights of the rectangle and square. The top flaps have the more narrow and the bottom have the more thick or higher, so it's more square. And I just wanted to show you that difference because the first time I did this, I messed up and I had the inset panels on the wrong area, and then I was like, oh, why doesn't this fit properly? But no, Fawn does an amazing job. Everything fits perfectly. And I'm using a Grassy Hillside die set. It's a retired one from MFT, but I'll link a Fawn set that's very similar. And I'm using some Tim Holtz Distress ink in Mowed Lawn, just so that the grass edges show up more because of this pattern paper. It's so busy that without that inking of the edges, it's harder to see the different layers or levels in this card. And that's really the point of this pop-up card. It has all these levels or layers so that you can get this really great three-dimensional scene. And I'm just going to glue these little grassy bases on each of these little strips. And you see that every time I add a little grassy strip, I make sure that I'm not going to warp the card or make it so that it's too hard to fold. So you see me folding it down each time to make sure that everything is straight. And now you see I'm just adding a little glue to the base of this little puppy. And I'm creating a scene where the bigger puppies are in the back so you can see them even from the front. And I've put this puppy all the way to the left. This dachshund, which is shorter, but still a good size, is going to be on the right. And I'm making sure I have enough glue so that it's nice and secure there. And I love these little whimsical dogs that have these party, accents, balloons, cupcakes, presents. It's so fun. This Pomeranian I put again over to the left, and with enough distance from the back puppy, you can still see all the dogs really easily. And then this little white dog that is supposed to represent my nephew's dog, who's a Bichon, I put right up at the front. This sentiment came from that same Waffle Flower stamp set, and it's a birthday woof woof. And now I'm going to add some other little sentiments. These are cut apart word sentiments from that Doodlebug Puppy Love paper pad. And I just cut them apart and I'm inking the edges if they're a little bit light. So this blue background is a little light. So those are getting, I think, a salty ocean inking. And those are the other sentiments. And just for some sparkle, I'm adding some Wink of Stella on the balloons, the party hats, not on the dogs, but anything that I thought could reasonably have a little shimmer or sparkle. And then I thought the back panel where I'm going to write my note to my nephew was a little plain. So I'm going to add a couple of extra sentiments from that cut apart from that paper pad, the Puppy Love paper pad. And there you see the card folded up front and back. I also added some stickers, some puppy stickers from that Puppy Play sticker set to coordinate. And this is the completed card. That's a top side view, front on view. And I had so much fun making this. I hope my nephew really enjoys this as much as I did. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I'm so happy to be back crafting with you guys again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.